Welcome back, everybody. The 4th of July, just a few days away, but the holiday celebration, this is one of the most dangerous times for our pets. We want to think ahead. This is the time to prepare so that our pets are protected. So joining me now is Dr. Rori Rupp, a veterinarian with the nonprofit Emancipet, to help us out. Dr. Rupp, thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is something I worry about because I know I have a dog, I have cats, I have bunnies. Everyone's going to be upset. This is so stressful. Why is the 4th of July so stressful? Why does it put our pets at risk?
Yeah, so the 4th of July, we have fireworks that are very loud and that can cause anxiety to our pets, and some of them try to escape during this time.
And we see those numbers, don't we? I mean, every year, I know in the news we cover this. You hear about an increase in animals that get loose and are roaming?
Yes. So shelters see an increased number of animals during this time. So it's important that we make sure that they have up-to-date information on their permanent identification, so their ID tags or their microchips.
Okay, and then this year, let's talk about this. This is not going to be a typical 4th of July. The celebrations are really going to be bigger than ever because it is America's 250th birthday. So for our pets, that could be even worse. And it's really it's those noises, right? It's something that almost sounds like a gunshot to them. It's not something that they hear any other time of the year.
Correct.
Okay, and so do you see this in because I just mentioned all the different types of pets that I have at least. Do you see that across different breeds? I think of it with my dog, but is it going to stress out my bunnies? Is it going to stress out the cat potentially?
Potentially, absolutely. So it's important to keep them inside.
Okay. So as this is happening and you're hearing the popping, what are some signs our pets are feeling anxious or distressed?
So every pet's different, but common ones we can see is pacing, panting, vocalizing, hiding, and trying to escape.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? Trying to get out of the house. You've got kids going in and out. You've got a barbecue happening. I mean, this is really something we need to be on top of. So what else can pet owners do to prepare for our fur babies, for the visitors, or maybe even for holiday travel? Or there's some other topics that we need to think about?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, keeping them inside where it's calm and quiet is important, but also we can start thinking about calming medications. So talking to your veterinarian if you feel like they do have severe anxiety. So doing preventative care that way where they're calmer, especially if they're traveling.
And how does that work? Is that like a pill that we would give them? Just like a little...
Potentially, there's different medications out there. Lots of them are in pill form that you can give to them. So talking to your veterinarian
Okay,
is a
so
good
maybe
idea.
make that call. We got the rest of this week. If a pet does get lost, what should pet owners do to get them home quickly?
So I would say if they do have a microchip, going and checking and making sure that's up to date, because that's our biggest barrier to getting animals back is out-of-date information.
Okay.
And then also going and, there's the lost and found groups, posting on those, checking with your shelters to see if your animal has been there.
And I'm guilty of this, but you said it. We really need a tag on the collar. It is the easiest, fastest way to get your animal back home, right?
Yes, so that's going to be the easiest and fastest because people can look at it.
Yes.
But your permanent is going to be a microchip because collars can fall off and things like that. And so that's why we recommend doing microchipping, because that's a permanent identification.
Yep.
And so then if they go to like a vet or a shelter, they would get scanned.
Yep. I want to mention this because overpopulation and pet overpopulation is such a problem in our city. Emancipet has 3 different locations.
Yes.
Do you have a website? You all do low-cost spay and neuters?
Yes, so we do low-cost spay and neuters. You can find us at emancipet.org, and we have 3 locations in Houston.
Thank you so much for what you do, because we all really need more help in our city with this. So appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doctor, thank you. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.